Thank you for everyone that is attending here via Zoom and wherever you are in this great world. My name is Brian E. Sibley. I am the founder of Rich Before the Money Incorporated. I am also the author of a workbook, transformative and revolutionary workbook for middle school and high school teenagers entitled The Success Profile. How
Very
I got
good.
started
Oh,
in this space is I have been a motivational speaker for over the last 10 years, speaking all over this great nation, soon to be internationally next year for sure. And this is my passion. This is my calling. This is my purpose and my walk in life, which is to empower youth as well as young adults and then adults as well. But it's going to take some time to get through to the adults.
very good. And we'll just jump right into some questions. And guys, again, I messaged that in the chat. Go ahead and message your questions here if you have questions for Brian. So I got a question. What inspired you to create the success profile, and how did your own experiences growing up shape the ideas behind that? I know you had experience in the Navy and all that kind of stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I'll go ahead and start from the beginning. It just started with me not being responsible, holding myself accountable in school. And so from there, I went from from cheating off of the math homework to actually being the homework checker. And those who know what the homework checker is, it actually becomes an extension of the teacher. And so I'm very grateful to say that, I pivoted myself. Nobody spoke to me or talked to me about correcting my behaviors. And so that was self accountability, which is what you're going to get a lot of in the success profile today. By me making that decision upon myself, my language arts teacher, rest in peace, Miss Harris, she took it upon herself to say, okay, listen, I see you are respecting yourself first and foremost. And now you are respecting one of our elders who was the math teacher. And back in our day, when you disrespected elders, everyone else looked at you as a plague, as a problem, seriously, right? And so nobody gave you the benefit of the doubt. Once I turned that around, Miss Harris, she said, you know what? I'm recognizing what you're doing. I see the change right before my eyes. And she offered me the opportunity to be a part of a college readiness program known as Gear Up. They are still in existence today. And yeah, through the Gear Up program, we were afforded a lot of other opportunities that the regular public school students weren't offered. And that's what, exposing yourself to different programs can do. It'll open up different opportunities and different endeavors for you that you don't know are waiting for you. So through the Gear Up program, I was able to fill out my first version of the success profile at 14 years old. And I actually have that original right here. I don't know if we can see it. Can we see it?
Yeah, you have too much in the background because it's taken away from the white.
Is it? Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Okay. So what that means, kids, is wherever you are, whatever school, whatever organization you're a part of, have me come in there and I will bring the original. But yes, there's a 14-year-old original version of the success profile. And so here's where we are, some 20 years later, 20 plus years later, with my own publication, The Success Profile, which is basically that profile reincarnated everyday language for the teens today. The language we spoke back in 2003, 2004, that's not the language we all use today. So it's a revamped, modernized, revolutionary, and transformative workbook, interactive workbook.
Very cool. And if the kids want to learn more, what's the website they can go to?
They can just go on my Instagram, Brian E. Sibley, and I'll be posting more content.
Sure.
This book is brand new. It's brand new.
Okay.
So we're gonna be posting a lot more content surrounding the original version and the current version as well.
Very cool, and we'll share that. We'll share that handle as well. Jumping along with some of these questions, one of the students want to know, how do you define success? A lot of people think success is just financial, but do you think that the definition of success is different for everybody?
It definitely is, right? And that is my hope, that is my calling to everybody who is going to support Rich Before the Money, the company incorporated. As you can see, I'm wearing a hoodie right now. I don't know if y'all can see it, but listen, we're gonna have them at all colors. People are really, really excited. And so that's what the Rich Before the Money mindset is all about. Being rich in everything except money. Money does not define your success, okay? But I will tell you the intangibles that do, okay? Being rich in spirit, being rich in character, rich in truth, okay? If your religion, being rich in your religion or your spirituality, whatever that is to you, but everything aside, not because I make the same amount of money that they do, but because I'm rich before the money, rich in character, rich in spirit. And shout out to Jim Fife as well, who has allowed me these opportunities, and Ryan Thatcher to be a part of some of these multi-million dollar, billion-dollar industries. Thank you.
Sure. Absolutely. We have we I wanted to see if you could touch on the subject of self-doubt. I was a teenager once, you were a teenager once, and a lot of common things with kids, you know, I'm the father of a teenager, is they struggle with self-doubt. What are some things that you could speak on when it comes to gaining confidence when you're in those big rooms and you're speaking in front of people?
Well, gentlemen, listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm saying as far as having the mindset before you even step into an incubator like that, right? These people will already respect you because of your confidence level. And so building that foundationally within who you are is going to speak for itself. Also, growing with mentors, okay? And if you don't have access to mentors, you do, okay? It could be your basketball coach, your choir director. It could be a person at your bank. You never know. If you want to go into banking, why not ask one of those people who's a banker to mentor you into that space? You have mentors all around you, okay? And with me being exalted to a certain level will allow for that to be cool again, right? People sharing information and disseminating it amongst our youth so that they have what they need in order to grow to be. So you go from boy to young man to young, right, to young adult, and then you go into a full adult. Those are different processes that are critical to your development, and that's what the success profile and my mentorship is all about.
That's
Self
great.
doubt is real though. Self doubt is real, okay? But mentors can help you. You know, certain folks around you. So there's a page in the book, right, where it says list the persons in your school or community that offer you support. Those are you allowing those adults in your world, in your life, to say you are a placeholder, okay? And I identify you and I respect you as someone that can help me elevate to that next level, no matter what grade you're in, okay? Because we all need help for sure.
That's wonderful. I'm gonna have you touch on this, and we're bouncing all over the place, ping ponging. But can you touch on the importance of dreaming big?
It's very important, right? But it's also important to understand and identify after you dream how you're going to get there, okay? That has a strategic formula to it, right? There's a formula to success, and it's different for everybody, right? So it's all about foundationally figuring out what that formula is for you. But you can't do that if you haven't did a deep dive on yourself. That's how important it is. I dreamed of Lamborghinis. Yes, I did, right? But I never thought in a million years I'd be working for them. Okay. But dreaming big keeps you out of the small pot or the small minded people, right? People who don't want to elevate to where you're going, guess what? They're not going to be the ones to help you get there. So when you dream big and you share those with the right people, guess what? Those people are now alongside of you in your journey, helping you go to that next level. Laying a brick each day, looking up, you're going to have a brick wall.
Brick wall, yeah, brick by brick. That's what I tell my son. You know, where because he wants to play football or, you know, get good grades. It's just one day at a time. We have a question from Emily
Yes, sir.
from Switzerland. Emily, you can unmute to ask your question. You had a really good question.
So what are some things, advices that our young age we can do to prepare for the future if we have like big dreams and goals, like some, yeah, advices.
So the first and foremost, the most influential thing, let's be real, is social media. Okay. So what are you consuming on social media that is going to help you? That's going to constantly keep guiding you into those different rooms and those different spaces. And even as a young person, as you guys already know, right? As soon as I started to hold myself accountable and do the homework so people could see what I was actually doing, that's when that opportunity opened up for me. But we didn't have social media back then. So I'm going to address social media first. be careful with what you're consuming, because there's a good side of social media and there's a bad side, a detrimental side, right? That would just plague your brain and keep you on a fixed level mindset. And you want to be on a growth mindset, not a fixed mindset.
Excellent advice. Excellent advice.
Yep.
Well, two more questions. I'm gonna let you go because it's getting kind of late for our kids in Eastern Europe. But you've spoken in many schools and cities across America, and soon probably around the world. What's one message that you hope every student remembers after hearing you speak?
That it's okay to be smart. That it's really okay to be smart. As you guys see how this world is trending, right? Okay. And excuse my language, the dummies are being left behind. Okay. They're being left behind in a major way. And for the other folks, right, we are becoming a commodity. Okay. So the world is waking up to more of what we need to see. Okay. As people are being left behind. So in Vegas, right? And I believe on the West Coast, they're literally just passing kids grade to grade to grade to grade without any type of standardized testing whatsoever. Okay. In America, the average educational level is 5th grade, guys. Okay. So the average inmate in prison has a 5th grade education. They have nothing else going on for themselves. So what I'm going to say to you, no matter where you are, it's okay to be smart. Don't feel ashamed for you having something organically or being a prodigy, okay, or having a certain skill that one other person doesn't possess. Don't dim your light for anybody. Be rich before the money.
I love that. Don't dim your light,
Don't
right?
dim your light.
Walk in confidence, dream big, and be a light for the people around you, giving
Yes,
hope,
sir.
speaking
Yes, sir.
positivity, and being careful what you consume. Great messages, Brian. Before we let you go, I always ask this of all of our guests every week, but what kind of advice would you have for this next generation who, whether they want to follow in your footsteps or something completely different, what kind of advice would you have for them as they go down this next path of their life into this next chapter into adulthood?
Just understand what calculated risks look like, okay? And I'm going to be quite transparent here. I've taken prison risks to be here, okay? And when I stepped out of that path is when I understood, okay, I want to take calculated risks now. Okay. I'm building an empire. I'm building a legacy. Okay. So kids, take calculated risks. Take that risk that's going to get you into that next room to elevate your vision, to elevate your purpose. Okay. That is my message to you. Do not be afraid to be an individual and who you are. Stick out like a sore thumb in a good way and watch the results you want yield abundantly. That is my message to you.
That is great. And my favorite takeaway was find your mentors, your positive mentors in this world, your teachers, your friends, your parents, people in the neighborhood. I love that. And that crosses all boundaries, that positivity. So
Yes.
Brian, before we let you go, traditionally what I allow everybody to do, guys, if we can all unmute, can we all say thank you to Brian Sibley for taking time out of his day for speaking to us today about his work. Thank you so much, Brian. We appreciate you greatly, sir. Thank you, man.
Absolutely. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for
Thank you
having
very
me, for
much.
considering me.
Thank
Bye.
you.
You're very nice.